This is the iPhone 16, and it purely exists for YouTubers and people who think that they need a new phone every year. So let's talk about it. So first off, I have to talk about the things that are different on this phone. One of them being the look of the cameras right here. I mean, they're different, I guess. The cameras are basically the same, they're just a different layout. I personally think it looks kind of cool, and the intention of that is for it to be ready for spatial video on the Apple Vision Pro, which is kind of a strange feature to implement considering very little people actually have the device. But I guess if you have an Apple Vision Pro, then you can take videos and photos on this thing in that beautiful spatialness. Another thing is we have, of course, the camera control button, which I personally think is a great feature as a camera nerd and aficionado. I think it's a great feature for people who want to use all sorts of camera features pretty easily, like zoom and focus just by touching it and using it. Also, this is the second year of getting USB-C on the iPhone, and I love it, of course. You get faster data transfers, easy support with like a camera to a monitor, making it a lot easier to shoot really high quality video on the iPhone. Also with the log that you get on this phone as well. It's just great with the all-around camera features. I will say I'm disappointed that they didn't really improve the camera at all, except for the 48 megapixel fusion camera on here, which I have to note does not normally shoot 48 megapixel photos. You have to enable it in settings, but other than that, the photos are pretty high quality and pretty great. We also have a new macro mode, which is also pretty nice. So overall, the cameras are pretty good. I wouldn't say that they're that great compared to my Nothing Phone 3A, which I've made a video on. Link up there or over there, I'm not really sure. And yeah, cameras are pretty good. So I have to take a quick break to talk about a comment that someone gave, which is actually a really good idea. So the idea that they had was basically this, that on the new camera control button, most third-party cases, as you can see right here, have holes in them. So they don't actually protect the camera control button. And the only ones that are due are from Apple, which makes sense because of their touch technology that's on this camera control button. They are really the only ones that are able to actually have the technology that they need to get the right materials to cover this up. So yeah, kind of an interesting way of making Apple some more money. So yeah, just had to talk about that. So, of course, we have to talk about AI on this phone because basically one of the main selling points of this phone. And it's weird. We gotta start out with Genmoji. Just being a kind of weird concept on its own and basically purely for making weird AI sloppy images and emojis. And it's kind of combined with Image Gen Playground, which is also weird. Like, when you ask it to create a realistic image of a baseball bat, it gives you this. What is this? Like, I just don't understand. Like, we have ChatGPT and all these other good image generation softwares and models out there, and theirs is just so bad. There's no point at even using it at this point. So yeah, kind of a downer for Apple's Apple Intelligence. There is ChatGPT integration, but at that point you might as well just use ChatGPT just from the app itself, which supports them. So yeah, it's kind of a fail on this phone. All right, Siri's AI, so the new Siri, is kind of useless. I mean, it can't even turn on the flashlight. Not that I really need that, but if you did need that, you can't really do that with this phone. It's just generally super weird and finicky, and I'm not a huge fan. It's just not very good, and Siri wasn't even that good to start out with, so basically making Siri even more pointless. All right, so here we are in Image Gen Playground, and we're just gonna try to generate something. So let's just say a camera. Just something simple to start out with and see what it gives us. All right, it gives us a, kind of looks like a Nikon mixed with a Canon camera. kind of old cameras, Canon camera. Yeah, these look fine. They're not anything crazy, and they're all kind of the same, so pretty good. Let's just say an iPhone. See what it gives us. See if it knows itself. Maybe get rid of this. iPhone. See, it can't even generate with an iPhone. So let's just say a cat. Does give us a cat, but again, it looks super weird. It's just very like AI-like. It looks like AI. Even if I tell it to give me like a realistic cat, it still will basically look the same. Yeah, I mean, literally the exact same thing. So yeah, it's just not great, and there's not a lot you can do with that will make it look very different from each other. Like, you can't even say, like, you know, a stylized cat. Like, probably won't even, it'll probably look the same. See, it looks exactly the same. So, again, Image Den Playground, thumbs down. So, iPhone 16, it's a weird phone. And at least this is the base one. So the Pro Max versions have their own things going for them with the, better cameras and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, it's a weird phone. Not sure if I like it or not. My personal recommendation, get the Nothing Phone 3A instead. That's it for this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.